What's going on, guys? Mama Rug here.
Papa Rug!
I hope everyone is having a great, blessed Sunday. I know we are. And today we have a funny, embarrassing video for you guys. We're gonna embarrass ourselves because no one can embarrass us because they have nothing against us. So we dig into our past and we found some embarrassing, funny stories that we're gonna share with you guys, make you laugh. Should we? I was telling Rod, and
I
it
don't
was
have
really,
much things yet. I have like
yeah, like you were such a good boy.
yeah.
You were a good boy when you married me.
Yeah, that's how I used to look like. Look at that. Oh my God, what do you think?
Okay, after that picture, if I cheat on him, don't I have an excuse to? I'm just kidding.
Okay, and that's how I got
Oh. Oh, I look ugly there.
into. That's how I got into.
You got into this.
I'm happy.
Hey, I'm happy.
I'm happy
too.
camper.
Hey, me too. Mwah. Okay, we're gonna say some stories before we got married, and some of them after we got married. Some stories are from 30 years ago, when we were back home. And anybody is Middle Eastern, lived in a Middle Eastern country, will relate or know what we're talking about. I'll start with mine. This one, even if I'm like going to sleep and think about this story, it makes me laugh. And everyone knows about it. The whole family knows about it. Okay. So I'm Middle Eastern, brought up in a Catholic Christian house that, not you're not allowed to, but out of respect to the mom and dad and the family, that you don't just sing and dance and do things in the front of everybody. And my passion, and he knows that, it's singing and dancing.
Oh yeah.
Mostly singing. I would sing anywhere. So it was about 30 years ago before I was maybe 16. Oh, I'm not.
Okay.
46 now. It's okay. I had just got my grades from school and wasn't that good of grades. And my mom and dad knows about it. And my dad's, you know how they punish you and stuff. I would wait for my dad to leave the house to go somewhere so I can turn on the music in the room, close the door, and start singing and dancing. And I swear to God, I remember the song was La Nabi Ya Abdu. If you're from Egypt, you know what I'm talking about. That song was popular. There's like 10 dancers, they will dance and they will show you the step how to dance it. So I turn it on, I check, my dad is not home, my mom's busy working. I lock the door, not lock it, close the door. And you know how we put a VHS cassette in the video, and I was doing the same thing and doing the steps and happy and dancing, and I didn't even pay attention. The door opened, and all I feel is ding. God bless your soul, Dad. Maybe that. He goes, aren't you ashamed of yourself? It's not enough you brought that grade to the house and you're standing here in the front singing and dancing. And you guys know that was that thing back home. But now kids, they come with the bad word song and they go, Mom, Dad, and we start dancing with them. But back home was different. And maybe that slap killed everything in me. Maybe I would be a singer or a dancer.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But you know what? That's the way how you were raised. But thank you, Dad. Thank you. I still remember that. Love.
Okay, for me.
Your turn.
For me, back home also, it was like maybe like 28, 30 years ago. I was like teenagers, and back home it's hard to get like gurus. It's hard to get out with gurus.
Especially that long ago. You
Yeah,
cannot.
way back it's everything's different. Hard to get out with gurus and stuff. So every time like we look, I see guru and like I like her, she like me, but there's impossible like to enrage to go out or whatever because her parents are so strict and they're all strict over there. Like have to be home all the time. The girls there.
Let me say something. And getting a phone number long time ago from a girl is like, oh, I slept with this girl. If they get her phone number, they will brag about it and say, hey, I slept with her.
And
So,
even though there's no phones back then, just a home phone.
oh
There is
yeah,
no cell.
where dad is sitting there.
Yeah. Anyway, one time I got into that girl and she said, okay, like you can come like to my house, just I said, oh my God, this is it. So that night, I left home. I tried to get to her house. It was a little bit late at night, winter time, and it's like nobody out there. So back then there was a lot of loose dogs on the street, like not regular dog. I don't know, like what do they call them, like street dogs. Like all over. Every night when we sleep, like you just hear like dogs all over, like barking and stuff. And anyway, I got close to her house. So I tried to get to that alley to go to her house. There was like bunch of dogs like staring on me, and like I said, oh my God, how can I get to her house? There is no way. So I went around and I turned to the other side. I tried to get to the other alleys, and I don't know, was it the same dogs they run around and wait over there? It's like, there's more dogs, and everywhere I go, I try to get to her house. There's so many dogs, and in the end, I say, you know what?
You're running after you.
Some of them they start running, and over there you just bend like this, try to grab a rock, and they just run away. So in the end, I say, you know what? I'm going home.
And you learn your lesson? I sent those dogs.
Not meant to be, so no more.
He told me this story. Okay, when we got married, maybe we said this story. You know how everything was strict long time ago, and you cannot walk on the street holding hand or even trying to kiss somebody. And we had just got married a week, and a week after, yeah, that's when we got married. No, this is here. You should have picked one when we got married back home. I'm sure they seen it. And we went to like a place, like a park or something. And, we've been married for a week, and, you get close. And he was trying to kiss me, and we go, something we hear from behind. Excuse me, in Arabic. Like, who are you to her, and why are you doing this? And no, it was you could have gotten a ticket for doing some bad stuff on the street. Which things change now. And so we had to show, or we didn't have it, and we had to take our marriage certificate to show that we were married and not boyfriend, girlfriend. Good old days.
Yeah.
Everything changed. Okay, let's start here.
Okay, well, over here, when we got married and stuff, and then Mama got pregnant with the first child, Brandon, we're all like,
The most exciting
most exciting moment for me, like, I was crying at the hospital. When the doctor come and say, you have a boy, and I was like so emotional. I start like really crying, like,
I swear, I remember.
looks like, it's different feeling. It's so hard. So they put him in the room, security room, everything, and I was just watching from us. I just want to, go and hug him and stuff, but, in the beginning you can't. So one time the nurse or a doctor, they go to the room, they have a code, to punch in to get in. So back then I was like, that bad boy, like, so he started punching the number going in. So I was watching him like this from behind, I saw him, punch the number. So I know the number. So after he left, I went in and like,
He did, I swear.
I don't know. I just want to go see my baby. It's not like,
And it was Brandon.
doing something. So I got in, and then like after a minute or so, there's someone come and he opened the door. What are you doing here?
I know, the security took him out, and they give them a warning.
I said, you cannot be here. I said, it's my boy, I just want to see my boy. How did you get in? I said, no, the door was open. He said, no, the door wasn't open. I said, I don't know, I just pushed it open. So, and they kicked me out, and I have to wait till they hand me the boy after.
Best moment of our life.
Okay.
Okay, I have one before we got married. When I came to America, I lived with my older sister before my family came. And this sister, I don't know if some of you are familiar with, very, very, very strict to this day. I mean, you couldn't do anything like with when we lived there. We can't go out, we can't go to birthday parties, we couldn't go, even makeup. If I put makeup, she'll look at me and say, oh, that's too much. The clothes, you can't, I would never wear my white shorts when I lived with her, no way. So, and you know, I was a teenager, I was in my 18, and I had my brand new car from my dad, and I go, and all the friends that you have and hang out with, they were like, oh, you're gonna leave your car like this, you should do this to it, you should do this, you put small tire, and I was like, no, this is a nice Toyota, I remember Toyota, blue Toyota. They say, okay, the least you can do, just get a boom box, we know you like to listen to the music, and you can put it in the trunk and no one will find out. So they did. They took my car and did it, and I don't know what happened to my car. But that boombox was loud. I was to turn up the volume. Yeah, I did live before I had the kids, and like drive on the street, and people look at you, and you feel good. So one day, that car decided to stop in the freeway. I swear, the car stopped in the freeway. They always tell me, okay, here's your insurance. You call the towing, but I was nervous, so I called my older sister. She said, I'm coming to pick you up, and I called the towing company. So they got there at the same time, and she was scared that if I'm okay and everything. And then the towing guy, he goes, okay, just take your belonging from the car because we have to take the car to the shop. And I was thinking, I have that big boom box in the trunk. How am I gonna tell my sister? I had to because I don't want to leave it. It was expensive. So I go, can you help me with this? And that was a long ride home from her after that. Seriously, she was so mad. She gave me so many lessons. She talked to me so much. And you know, sometimes you're for your own good. They tell you things, they advise you, it's for your own. I never used to get mad, like when they tell me this is right, this is wrong. Sometimes we don't know, other knows, so we have to listen.
Yeah.
I was a good girl and I listened. I came up.
You love music, so back
Yeah.
then the bomb box in the trunk, I remember it was shake the whole car. Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
of course.
boom,
Hey.
boom.
And it was Mama Rug driving the car. I wasn't Mama Rug, I was Sana then. What other one?
I have one scary moment.
Oh,
Yeah, back, I think like 20 years ago, whatever. I was working at, then at the store. I worked late hours, so it was like till 10, 11.
and tell them where the store is. Is a
It's in the kind of
Country.
valley in the mountains, it's way in the mountains. So one time I just closed the store at night, so I was driving on the street. It's so late, there's no cars, no nothing. I was driving, I normally go like a little bit speed just to get home to see Mama Rug and the boys.
still not a fan of speeding. Don't worry.
So there's one car was coming. The street is dark. There's no lights. We're in the mountain. So one car was coming towards me. It was two lanes. So I go this way. He's going this way. So he was coming like from way far, and he was just flashing his headlight. Once. From far away, and then he got close to me and he started flashing his light. I said, "What? Why is he flashing? I don't even have my headlight on. Like on the high, just normal." So we got close to each other, and then he just flashed the light again. I said, "Oh my God, what this guy wants?" So I hit my headlight up. As soon as I hit my headlight, I saw something like it's. I'm sure it was a cow, but I don't know. It's like double, triple cow. Was like
Big, huge.
covering the lane. It's like as soon as I hit my lights, I see it like right there, right in front of me, with like 20, 30 feet. And right away, I slammed on the brake. I was going a little bit faster. I slammed on the brake, so I got so close to it, like I don't know, maybe within 5 feet, and I turned the truck like that. And the car never moved.
Well, I swear they stand there like statue, like oh.
Yeah, I mean back then we don't have phones and stuff to take pictures and stuff, but
I would.
I got home and I told Mama,
Okay,
I
you
said I almost got killed. Imagine
yeah.
if I hit
I'm so scared.
that cow. I mean you know how hard they are. Like I don't know, they're like a rock. You know?
And you would kill the cow.
Yeah, that actually turned to be that guy. He was flashing me. I was like, "What the heck you want? Why are you flashing?" Like, it turned to be he saved my life. Actually,
I swear,
You know?
sometimes you get mad at somebody doing something, but turned out to be he wanted to help him. But
Yeah.
you remember where was inside the car when we went to look at the car? He used to eat a lot of sunflower seeds. And the sunflower seeds from the cup and the bag, they were all over the car. I
Because
swear.
I had to stop right away, and as soon as I got close, I turned the car right away like this. Thank God I didn't hit the cow, and yeah, that was so scary, and I was like shaking the whole night. It's just
His
imagine,
body's
like
okay.
you know, since I hit the light, it's like something in the front of you,
Yeah.
like a mountain, you know.
Our store's in a country, like there's sheep, there's cows, there's horses, there's llamas. It's a nice place, really nice place. All the way to the store, you can see trees of orange and lemon. I love going to the store, but now Papa Rug is not working that much, so I can't. I used to always surprise him. Remember the one time I got in an accident with the kids?
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
coming to the store.
Yeah, I was coming to the store. I was going to the store and somebody slammed their brakes. That was my scary moment, I swear. So I had to avoid him and the car flipped. They took Brandon Bryan in a car seat and they took me in ambulance, but everything was okay. I think
This is-
someone is watching over us. Thank you to whoever it is.
This is our early marriage, I think. This is. I don't know if
Did you
you
have
guys
to
can see.
do that?
Look at that.
Look at Ron. And this is a good one. He picked a good one. You guys should see the pictures that we
Yeah,
got.
the old one. I look like, oh my God, like Brian said, Borat. But now it's like, you know, this is our early marriage, and
You have the one I came to the airport when you could just go, oh. This is the, oh, this is the day you arrive, I swear.
yeah, that's the first day I arrived to San
Oh.
Diego. I don't know if you guys gonna
I
see
hope it's
that.
gonna
Look at that.
focus. Me
Look at
with
me. It
the-
was like a businessman with
with
the
the suitcase.
suitcase, and look at Mama Rug with the flowers.
Oh.
This is the first day for me to arrive in San Diego. Look at that. Look at how it was a suit and a suitcase.
And you have only papers in the
Oh, my
suitcase. A
God.
lot of good memories, seriously. When we sit and watch pictures, we can sit there for hours just going through and talking about each. Oh, you remember this? Oh, remember this? And remember this. Look at Boran, my Boran.
All right, guys. Anyway, if you like to hear more stories, there's
Oh.
so much stories. If you like to hear more stories, you know, funny or you know,
Maybe we'll do stories about the kids. We'll gather some embarrassing and good and scary and stuff, and we can make a video about that if you guys like. Comment down below. Other than that, we want to thank you guys so much for the love and support. Seriously, I think our videos get the most love out of everyone. Thank you so much.
I read some in the comment. People say, "Oh my God, why they dislike?"
I know some people
There's a
just,
few dislike, you know.
you know, they're little kids.
And then some of them they come and say, "Oh my God, why did you dislike on the?" On the
They
video?"
fight that.
So yeah, anyway, it's sort of about just today was just some kind of story. There is no challenge, nothing crazy, but
We have people coming over, but we thought we have to make the video for them. This is the most important thing.
my
before
niece is
anything.
coming and my sisters. You know, maybe we'll do some challenge with the gurus, maybe. Anyway, guys, thank you for everything. Drop a like if you like, subscribe if you're new, turn on your notification button. And I'm Papa Rug. I upload video every day.
Oh.
I went too far.
You turn it to
Oh.
Brian.
I'm Papa Rug and she's Mama Rug.
Really?
Peace.